Thanks very much to Unity. Yeah, we've got a big day of sessions ahead, but first up, we have Konstantin Elgazin from Stupidella with a talk on viral loops in game marketing. So please give a hand.
Hello, this is me. I don't see much people here. Not everyone passed through a party yesterday. Okay, but so we will have a cozy session. I represent Stupidella company. We are based here in Helsinki, in Finland. We develop mobile games. Initially, I will tell something about our company. We develop games for almost 15 years. We focus on mobile games. We started with web games, and now we develop mobile games. And we put a lot of effort into viral marketing. We use this as a main marketing method for our games and succeed in this. So we released 26 mobile games with 200 million installs, included Trollface Quest series and Stupidella series, widely known. And as I earlier said, the main method is viral marketing and viral loops. This is what I will speak about today. I created some illustrations for my presentation. I don't want to share any numbers or charts, anything complicated, just basic information on how you can make your game perform well without any additional payments. So I created illustrations with Stable Diffusion AI, just entered the prompt of how the marketer who use viral loops looks like. So what is viral marketing and why should we use this? Market is oversaturated now, and to reach people you need a cheap source of organic traffic, and viral marketing can give this. This is a very cost-effective strategy that makes your users, your players, become your promoters and promote your games naturally, by heart. You should implement some triggers into games, and this is how it works. You integrate triggers, and then you monitor and you check and you refine the viral elements so you sustain the momentum. Viral loops in game marketing. Viral loops is a kind of trick how you get your content amplified, how you turn your users into your promoters. It sounds pretty easy, but it is quite complicated. It's worth doing. In games, it works pretty well because of the nature of gaming. Games are interactive and engaging, and sharing viral content is just in the nature of gaming. And you don't need any heavy campaigns for use viral marketing. You just need to implement correct triggers just in the beginning, just on the stage of development. Okay, let's speak about key components. There are 3 key components. Emotional resonance. Everything that goes viral should be based on emotions. Emotions should be both negative and positive, no matter. You can use surprise, humor, indignation, anger, anything, but this should trigger user with emotional response. The next one is shareability. When I say shareability, it doesn't mean you have share button. It means that the content is so natural, it brings the feeling that make people share it themselves without any buttons, without any templates. So users see the content, the triggers are working, and user shares it over their social networks. And the third one is seamless integration. As I said earlier, everything should be 100% natural. So viral mechanism doesn't work when user sees that you implemented this to promote your game. I put the fourth point, reward, because a lot of marketers say that when user shares something, they should be rewarded for this action. I don't agree with this, because the real source of viral loops, viral marketing, goes from actions that are not rewarded. They come from natural response, emotional response, and no reward needed. But I put this point into my presentation because there is a situation where influencers share your content. And this way, there is a win-win strategy, and the influence is rewarded with a free content that comes from your game. And this way, it works. Let's go a bit deeper. What triggers can make a product go viral? As I said earlier, emotional triggers. They can be implemented into a storyline. They can be implemented into graphics, animations, into anything, into product name even. The second one is cultural references. It may be a reference, it may be a meme, it may be a location, it may be a tiny detail on the background that gives a trigger, that gives a cultural reference. And from our experience, tiny triggers work pretty well. You can implement, for example, if you point to French audience, you can just put a small French word into the background. And it works pretty well, because user sees something he's aware about, and this cultural reference works pretty well. The next one, influencer mention. Influencer mentions don't work if you didn't follow the previous 2 points. You can buy mentions from top vloggers on YouTube, but it won't work if you didn't implement any triggers into your game. You can pay, but you will not have any organic traffic from this. That's why I would advise not paying any vloggers, because you can trigger them to make the review videos for free. And this works. If you create very cool content, and if it's cool to share, it will be shared, be sure. No need to pay. Creating viral loop is a kind of psychology science, and both an art, and authenticity is a key. It is quite hard to explain how to create the viral loop, but when you get this, the result is stunning. How to measure, another point. It is also very complicated, because when you create viral loop and when it works, you can't measure it. You get organic traffic without any marks. So you should analyze campaigns. You should see which videos are popular about your game. You should monitor TikToks and compare this data with installs, with monetization charts. So it is a kind of analytics, non-typical work, but it should be monitored and analyzed. And another point, you should monitor YouTube comments, because this is a nice source of ideas for future projects, for updates. Users on YouTube are quite open in their commenting, and you can pick up a lot of insights just from comments from review videos. These were funny slides. This is the serious one. So, just facts. Surges in organic traffic allow ascension in marketplace rankings. It works pretty good. Video reviews and TikToks may be a free source for organic traffic. And the third one, viral loops, increase the IP value. You can't measure it, but the day comes, you will sell your IP, for example, or you will need some better conditions with publisher, and this time the IP value is quite important, and viral loops works for this. But it is very hard to rely on viral loops and to predict performance. This is why a lot of studios combine traditional marketing efforts with viral marketing on the first stage. And this is a good way, but we in our studio rely completely on viral marketing. We don't use AdMob, we don't use any meta campaigns, we don't use anything, only viral loops. And this is what we got from this. For example, we got a review video with 5 million views in 2 days. And we got an initial punch for our project. And it was ranked #1 in puzzle section worldwide for 2 weeks. So it was a nice start, and monetization came pretty well. The next situation, we got a video review from Spanish-speaking vlogger. And this video gathered more than 30 million views and was a kind of drivetrain for this project. It performed about 1.5 years, and all performance of the game was based on one video. All performance in Spanish-speaking countries, and this is a big piece. And finally, one of our games in Trollface Quest franchise was 5 of the most trending games on Google Play. It was ranked by Google annually, and we didn't use any traditional marketing for this. So, funny slide again. These are 4 insights from our company, from Stupidella, that worked in our projects. The first one, trend integration. As I earlier said, we integrated some minor and major trends, memes, Easter eggs, and references into our games, and it worked pretty good. We saw it in comments on YouTube reviews, because users pointed some small details that were put into the background, some local memes, some memes for Spanish-speaking people, French-speaking people, and it works really, really good. The next one, subtle blogger reference. We included vloggers themselves into our games without asking them. We just draw them and put into a level. And then we just mention them in some tweets. And it caused nice video reviews from top vloggers over the world. The next point, it is slightly connected with viral marketing, but it worked pretty well. Strategic game release. We create puzzle games, and each game contains, for example, 20 to 40 puzzle levels. So we just split our game into 2 parts and released it one after another with a 2-week frame. And it worked pretty good and resulted in 60% revenue increase. Because each game promoted other game. And the last one, the last insight, is building of fan art community. This is not connected tightly with monetization, but with IP value. We created a fan art community of DeviantArt. We put some artwork related to our games there, and with a kind of magic, there was created a community of artists that created some pieces of art related to our games. So when you put the name into Google, you will see a lot of artworks by different artists over the world. We can't measure it with money, we can't measure it with installs, but it increases the IP value in case of big deals in future. This is a slide for you to remember the name of our company. Stupidella, yeah, Stupidella, Stupidella, Stupidella. Remember, everyone. So, what's the viral loop? Viral loop can be anything. Anything that makes user remember a product, remember the game, remember anything you create, and to become a part of its marketing, to become a promoter. So today's quirky illustrations and the name of our company is also a part of viral loop, a part of viral loop component. Please connect Stupidella on LinkedIn. I share some insights in my feed there. And see you. Thank you for your attention.
Thanks very much for that. Really appreciate that. That was great. Does anyone, I think we've got time for like a question. Does anyone have any burning questions they'd like to ask? We do have one here. We've got a microphone. Thank you.
You said you integrated your viral loop very early stage of your game development. Could you tell us a little bit more about how early? You know, it's like in a concept phase, or maybe later.
About what?
Sorry. You said that you implemented, or you were thinking about your viral loops very early.
Yes.
At very early stage of your game.
Yes.
So this is in the concept of the game itself, or is it during the design phase? Or
yes, it comes from the concept and level design. Yeah. Even speaking about our project, the most successful one was Trollface Quest franchise, and the game itself contains Trollface in its name. So this is the name of the meme. And all levels are containing memes inside. So yes, a very early stage.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's time for questions. So thank you very much. I'm sure if anyone has any other questions, they can catch you just after the talk. So. All right, cool. Thanks very much. Please give a round of applause.
Thank you.